Hi everyone. Spend summer differently. It's good to see freedom of movement again now, more of that, and people beginning to meet up in smaller groups. But we still can't meet together as a whole church group to worship. The leadership team has concluded that the two key features that will enable us physically to meet together as church sites are the ability to gather in a group of 50 or more households and permission for public singing by everyone, not just the leader. And we review the situation every time the government advice changes. And at the moment, that's very frequently. So over these summer months, how on earth do I connect with people when the opportunities to meet are limited? Over the past 4 months, I've been walking an hour and a half a day, and I'm getting a lot fitter. And I've lost a lot of weight in the process. I spend the time phoning people, a lot of people, probably 150 or 200 different people so far. Some we have church leadership matters to discuss, but with many I simply ring to ask how they're doing, how their families are, and what their jobs are looking like at the moment. I want to stay in contact. I regularly call someone who's going through a divorce at the moment to support him. One person I called said he had no food for himself or his dog, so we're now sending him regularly monthly food parcels. He's great and always texts to thank us. An asylum seeker from Eritrea living in Glasgow rang the church number, which was diverted to me. He wants to move to Milton Keynes. He's come to faith in Jesus, and I now spend time each week on the phone to him talking about the practicalities of life in the UK and his developing faith. If anyone has a room, by the way, to let for a 26-year-old male, please let me know. I care about these people. I want to invest in them. So I'm inviting you to spend summer differently now. Spend this summer differently. Alone, I can't stay in touch with 900 people. So join me in making the most of your time this summer and growing together as a church community and reaching our wider community whilst having fun. Helen and I have always loved having people round. Lockdown made things difficult, but we adapted our normal to the restrictions in place. For April and May, we had our two lodgers round for a meal together every Friday evening. Most times we also played board games, although I've yet to work out why Sarah usually wins at a game called photosynthesis. We also had dinner time drinks with our neighbours, Steve and Sandy. They sat in their garden with a drink and crisps, and we did the same with our own table, with our own drinks and crisps, with the chain link fence between us. The neighbours on the other side, Nigel and Pam, were shielding, and we did shopping for them and left it on their doorstep. Once the government allowed 2 households to meet, we started inviting another household to join us, usually for a barbecue on a Friday evening. And sometimes we've been inviting people to Sunday lunches as well. I'm doing my very best to stay in touch with as many people as possible. Whilst I want to invest in strengthening friendships, I also recognise the need to invest in building new friendships with those I may not know so well. I know that what you invest in is what you get. So spend this summer differently. Contact people on social media. Text them. Even ring them. Invite people round. Maybe your best friends, but also maybe some people or neighbours you don't know so well, like the link I've been building with that Eritrean. Share a meal together. Invite people over to watch the church service together. As soon as we were allowed 6 to meet outdoors, Mike and Sue Wood invited Helen and myself, along with some others, to afternoon tea with scones, cream and jam. It was great to see a bunch of people face to face again, and I'll always remember it. Well done, Mike and Sue. They knew they needed to invest in calling around and inviting others to get those memories built. When I look across the church, I see most of the core and committed people engaging. But the people who used to be less regular and less engaged seem to be a lot less engaged. And that's where I'm concerned for their future as followers of Jesus. Many seem to have lost that engagement with others. So please spend this summer differently. Invest in other people, those who engage less with others, your wider communities. Ring, call, meet, share a drink or food, bake a cake and gift it to someone. Invest in people. Stay connected, invest in making a difference, and spend this summer differently.
Hey YouTube, thanks so much for checking us out today. Here are 3 ways you can take a next step with us.
1, find out more about who Jesus is.
2, connecting with our community online.
And 3, help continue our mission by supporting us through giving. All you need to do is click on the link in the description.
We hope you're enjoying all our content, and if you want more, hit that subscribe button.